Hi, it's Teresa Solly here again, founder and head coach over at Empower the Dream. And this is video 2 in a little video series that I'm doing on the topic of feminine power, what that means and when you tap into it as a woman, what that can do to benefit your life, how it can strengthen your relationships, how you can feel better being who you really are, instead of trying to force yourself to be and act in ways that aren't incongruent to how you are as a woman. And there are several different qualities on feminine power. And when you utilize those, certainly your life can change and expand in all the good ways that you've been trying to make happen for years now. Unfortunately, as women, we live in a very masculine-dominated society, and we take on a lot of those traits that aren't really who we are, and so over time we lose that internal connection. And so another way that I want you to practice being in your energetic space is when you're because the feminine power is a lot about relationships. That is one of the most beautiful traits about the feminine energy is we want to nurture and build strong relationships, whether it be at work or with our friends or in our love life. We have this natural way of doing that when we're connected to who we are and our power source, and our center of our body is where our power source is, where it resides. And so oftentimes when we're talking to somebody, if we're not really connected within, then we are not necessarily listening to what they're saying. We're more in our headspace and thinking about what we want to say next and what our answers are or our experiences are. And so we're kind of like up here thinking about what to say or analyzing what they're saying, if it's true or not, things like that. But when we're connected to our energy and we're within our body and we're grounded there, we can listen in a different way. We listen from the center, a feeling place. We understand more what the person is saying and feel them, feel their energy and relate to them. And we're not worried about responding. That comes naturally when we're really feeling what they're saying, their experience, and using that as our guidance to respond. It's quite different instead of not really being connected, like I said, being in the head and thinking and analyzing what they're saying and what our answer is and who's right or wrong here, things like that. So the next time that you're in, either it's a networking event or at work or even with your partner, really try to connect in a different way. Look the person in the eye and just kind of like drop down into your space and feel what they're saying, what they're communicating. Understand them at a different level. And then just let your response come naturally from a more compassionate, understanding, connected person to person, heart to heart, type of a response, instead of thinking all the way through while they're talking. And then you're asking, more questions based on what they already said because you weren't really listening. So look the person in the eye and connect in a different way. Feel them and let your response come naturally. Let it just flow from you, from a heart-centered center of your body feeling type place. And that is really using your feminine power to build relationships, to show that you understand, that you care. And in building relationships that way, they take you much, much further than thinking you have to have the right answer or be right or force your answer or things like that. Okay? So try that. This is video 2 of the series I'm creating on feminine power. And if you want to know more, you can check out my website at Empower the Dream. My goal is to help women build their confidence to create the juiciest life that they can imagine and dream of, and how to do that, how to embrace their feminine power and love themselves and love others in a whole new way. All right, thank you for watching my video. Bye-bye.